Hey, what's up with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys and fangirls, otakus, Nikki Komodos out there. Nintendo Sony Free 2011 Aaron K. Manny Wolverine. You guys know wrestling intros, outros on this channel, on my Twitter, Instagram, Brady, and all the good stuff. Anyways, before I do begin, whew, this shit last week, because by the time you guys see this, it's going to be like a week or a week and one day, like 7-8 days old by the time you see this video. So there's that. Right now it's been like 6 days since this news came out. I read from both of them, not articles, but these Reddit posts, Reddit forums, which I rarely ever do. Very few times I ever do is only because I'm making a video and that's it. But right now I'm doing maybe Pokemon, Nintendo news occasionally, sometimes Sony news, sometimes they're very credible Reddit posts, and other times they're just take it a huge grain of salt, all rumors and BS. Well, anyways, I apologize if you hear me eating some Jolly Rancher and this Jolly Rancher chewables and these Crush Sour Patch Kids chewables. That's the newest ones that came out. The oh my god, the grape orange Crush ones and the freaking the orange and the grape ones. Those are the best. Way better than Jolly Rancher. I will never get Jolly Rancher chews ever again. Those taste like garbage. These ones I'm eating right now though, these Sour Patch Kid chews. Oh, these Crush ones are way more badass. Anyways, has nothing to do with the video. You can skip up to like the 6 minutes. You can stay here for like about good 4 to 6 minutes because I'm only going to talk a little bit about this. Shout out to my girls, always Dark Titan Enterprises, aka Vera Dark, over on her Twitter and her Twitch streams, and of course on her YouTube streams. So she says, Twitch updated their nudity policy and just tired to confirm Projekt Melody has to conform to their rules too. And she put a facepalm emoji there. There must have been a lot of complaints to add a special section about VRs. You don't know what this girl looks like. This is Projekt Melody. It's like not even a real person. This is like a fake artificial intelligence. And then, by the way, shout out to this person that created this fan art version of her. This is not mine. This fan art, I can find it somewhere, maybe on DeviantArt, Google, whatever. I'll leave it to the original owner because I'm just using it just to borrow it. Anyways, I'm not saying I did that at all because I would never be able to draw this professionally ever. Anyways, there must have been a lot of companies and they're really having to add AR VR avatars. Oh, and then this is a Reddit post here. You can read all the little comments here on Reddit. I read a bunch of them. Some get very, very politically charged, and you already know that politics is not nowhere near at all, period. Anything has nothing to do with my videos or channels at all whatsoever. And they talk about censorship and shit from last year. This real, and then he got Tim Pool here. He's like him next to Ben Shapiro, like the biggest political like faces here on YouTube. So, anyways, maybe other places too, but we're gonna read some of their new policies that Twitch decided to throw up on there. This is one of the main reasons I rarely decide to ever go on Twitch. Is a lot of them are just simp ass mother effers over there. Seriously, they are. Oh my god, they will bend the knees. They will just simp the freaking hell out when it comes to what's it called? Their rules and policies. But when it comes to their ethos, the girls are always showing their titties and their ass and almost their whole cover their pussy and shit. Then they'll totally be fine with that. But if it's anything else, if it's a man that does, it's a guy that's a male streamer or whatever. Oh, he can't be genderizing and all that stuff. You can't misgender this. You can do that. I don't get none of that freaking garbage. That's just a tornado crap storm. Always, constantly, never stopping. So it says augmented reality avatars that translated real life movements into digital characters are suggested to these standards as a cosplays others' costumes for how their policy appeals to IRL outdoors and body parts. Please continue reading. And of course, there's the other one, facts and questions. I think that's what it was. This is a super long ass list, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go over throughout the whole freaking thing. This may take forever. I don't know. Oh god, because if it does, that's really going to suck. Alright. That's not too bad. It might be more than that. So it says, how do the new virtual rules about AR avatars impact on content if I stream a virtual reality sandbox game like VR chat This is VR chat. I've seen a couple of videos. Sometimes I'll occasionally watch some like real crazy, over dramatic ones that happened about a year or 2 years ago. It was a real bad one. I remember, I don't know if I did a reaction to it or I might have talked about it on this channel like a year and a half ago. And it was like early 2019 or very late 2018, almost a year and a half, 2 years ago. Well, dude had an epileptic seizure, really bad seizure, and he was on bodysuit. I don't know if he was like, I think it was one of these two cartoon characters. I don't know if it was from like Rick and Morty or Winnie the Pooh, one of those two. I don't know. I felt really bad for them too, man. This is our policy in augmented reality avatars. Hopefully, wasn't a fake thing either. Hopefully, it was real. Because it's scary if it was real. I just hope they made a full recovery there. Because it was late 2018, early 2019, not that long ago. The policy on augmented reality avatars applies to the content, whereas cameras and other softwares are used to capture a person's physical likeness and translate it into a digital overlay. VR chat is categorized as a game on Twitch, and in-game virtual reality models are not suggested to any policy or new to retire. See, that sounds good enough, but this is where the caca mierda shit cupcake comes into place. A very bad taste in your mouth. So it says, this content must still comply with our policy on nudity and sexual content in embedded medias and games. However, so you may not modify your game to include nudity or make sexual elements by a primary focus of your broadcast. Literally, that could be almost anything. Like, they're not being really specific. They're not bringing the meat and potatoes, the fucking bread and butter, being 100% specific. They're being very vague with these statements. I mean, I understand, like, there might be a lot of younger kids that are watching in a chat. I understand. Here's the thing. Parents nowadays, especially my generation, the millennials, the ones that are maybe their late 20s and early mid-late 30s, they don't know how to be fucking parents. I'm sorry, they don't. They just let the freaking... I'm not going to get too private or personal with it, but it was like a friend of mine, actually last year, for this fucking alcohol sickness, which, aka C virus, started up. I used to visit him once every week, and like literally his fucking wife, she just leaves his iPhone like 14, 15 tablet or whatever onto the thing, and like the kid is just hypnotized literally to it. He's laughing at it, he's clapping. He's like, I think he's like 4 years old, 3 years old or 4 years old, and like, oh my god, that's in a way it's heartbreaking. In a way, like I'm not gonna get too private or personal, but I will say this: I know my old man, my mom's back in the day when I still lived with them. I used to say when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I used to be super glued to the TV, the old school television. And this is before all these portable things like drones and freaking these drones and like YouTube videos and all this other content existed, before virtual reality existed, before these tablets and these smartphones, these smartwatches and shit existed, and anything that's smart cars and shit, before self-driving cars started existing, like way before all this shit even existed. I mean, the only way you could bring portable TVs if you went to like a flea market or swap meet, like I did when I was growing up as a 90s and 2000s kid teenager at the time. Back in the day, my kid years and my teenage years, like the only way you were able to grab one up is if you had like the old school video player now, View Nows. And then like you had these real thick, bulky ass like radio TVs. That's like the closest thing we had to like portable TVs. And they had really shitty ass color. And if that thing had like a broken like antenna, yeah, we're going way old schoolish shit with this. It was a piece of crap. It was pretty much it was bricked. It was a freaking paperweight. That's what it was. Anyways, yeah, let's get my overall thoughts, views, and opinions on this. Ugh. Yeah, this chick right here, Project Melody. You guys can leave now if you want, because this is where I'm going to start going into my rants. Very quick rants. Hold on. I think it's been about 6-7 minutes, so, yeah, let's get into this. Ugh, Project Melody. I have nothing against this thing. I know it's a fake artificial intelligent life form thing, or maybe it's just an actress pretending to be artificial intelligence. She reminds me of that thing from Ready Player One, like the Avatar chick, except she had red hair instead of light purple hair like this. And that was only in 2018, literally less than like almost 2 years ago. And then the year before that, 2017, 16, 17, when Blade Runner 2050, the remake, revamp, refurbish, rebooted version, remake of Blade Runner 2020, the one that had the original one with Harrison Ford and shit came out. Now I'm going to start ranting a lot of stuff, probably against technology. So you guys can leave now for a while. Alright, so here we go. It's probably going to be up to 10 minutes. The way I see technology, the way it's going now, I've seen so much of a huge rising of virtual YouTubers after 2016 and 2017, one of those 2 years with Kazuna AI Chan. She was only the beginning. This was only the beginning. I remember way back in 2011, I think, yeah. I made this really old video, I think a year later in 2012. It happened in 2011, but with that whole hologram thing of Hatsune Miku, the first time I heard about it, and like, I even said back then, so many years ago, almost a decade ago, 2010, 2011, when this shit starts happening, and not to try to get too religious into Christianity and evangelicalism and all that stuff, but oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, this is one like a lot of like very evil, extremely cold-blooded, cold-hearted, darkest charcoal, darkest dust. One of the purest of purest evil forms of evil and disgusting in its carnage form. I'm not talking about carnage from freaking Venom or whatever, Spider-Man starts happening. This is one, these are the few signs and the ending of times and ending of days is going to be like coming up. I'm not saying this to fearmonger or scare people. And this is only like last year, like what, March, April, May of 2019. One day, this person that created Project Melody, I looked in the Wikipedia's and know your memes of this thing. I think the person that plays the life suit, she kind of sounds like, if I had to guess who it was, I doubt if it is. It's Nyanyers or Emerichu. Nyanyers, Emerichu, or Pika something. I forgot what her name was. Pika Sparks, Pika Specs, or whatever. A lot of these VR, like VA, like anime, like voice actresses. I think it's one of these girls that are playing Project Melody's world, or it could be a completely different person. I have no idea who it is. I'm not trying to bring towards ill will or negativity to them. I don't want people harassing them. Please, if any of my subscribers, please talk to this person. Please don't harass her. Please don't. I know she's on here in this Twitch thing having fun, having a good time. I know she has a lot of donations on Patreon and subscribes to her and stuff of that nature, which I don't agree with, but at the same time, it is what it is. Never would I thought in a billion years, or a million years, without technology like this. My personal opinion, if it's not 2023, it's either 2025 or 2028, where a lot of this futuristic technology is going to become the norm. Especially in the time that we're living in right now, it's going to be normalized. Over sexuality, super hyper lust, really, really hard prana is going to be very, very. I mean, it's already like easily accessible with like that one place, P-Hub, but I'm talking about virtual anime stuff where it starts getting way more super realistic and uncanny valley. I've said this almost 8 years ago when I was talking about Attack on Titan, this real old video when I was still living in my older roommate's place at the time, 7 years ago. And I did a chat and breeze video about it. This Attack on Titan little hologram things, the unrealistic virtual reality, like uncanny valley shit. It's going to come to pass. And look, 7 years later, it's happening. It is happening. You can't tell me this is fantasy anymore. This fantasy is slowly merging with reality. Look at another 3 to 7 years from now. I can't even imagine how the world's going to end up being by that point. I mean, if you look at it right now, it's already freaking, in my opinion, it's a shit fest. But it is what it is. That's all I got to say for now. No matter. Links to description box down below to both of these Reddit posts and Twitter posts. And that's it. And link to my girl, Dark Titan Expresses, aka Vera Dark's channel down below as well. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, otakus, and kikimoris out there. I'll see you and see you. There's a day, have a good night, wherever in the universe out there. Stay tuned for more future content, including anime, manga news, internet news, video game industry news, and of course reaction videos as well. And that's it. Peace out, my sauerkraut, ladies and bye. I'll see you on the flip side.